Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed. Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Troublemakers. Doing a little swapcast.
Yeah. We're swapping cocks. Wife
Doing a little
swapping.
swap cock with my boy Michael Good, everybody. Returning guest to the pod, and I've also been on your pod too, so.
Yeah, we're like swingers. We're swapping wives, swapping podcast.
That would be nice, dude. I think that would be fun.
Dude, it's my life. I'm going to be a swinger. Like, I'm 100%.
Florida guy like you? Absolutely.
Dude, I have it pictured perfectly. I'm dressing like the old guy from Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? Just a white beard. I'm going to get like tan as fuck like that. Like
with a nice cane, dude. That's got a dragon egg on top.
100%. Wife, huge fake tits, blonde lady. She fucks the pool boy. I either pretend not to know about it, or I like pour him a glass of like whiskey. Have to lecture him about stuff.
You know what I saw? I saw on Reddit. I think it's a brilliant idea. Is this guy goes to swingers parties, like key parties, right? And he brings his wife. Everyone brings their wife. Except he hires a prostitute. Gets her.
That's so good. So he's like, oh, yeah, it's all fair. You looks like you got my wife. Yeah.
Gets her new clothes and brings her to the party. So he fucks someone's wife and someone fucks a prostitute without knowing.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Oh, my God. That's so funny, too, because it's like there's no loss for him.
I know.
There's no loss. It's just fun.
Yeah, unless people look.
Unless he falls in love with the prostitute. Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, real Julia Roberts style.
Yeah, she does something like
Pretty Woman.
She does something like adorable right as they walk in. He's like, "Oh, wait, no, I don't want to get you.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to do this." So before we get into it, for our listeners on the Troublemakers side, this will be out both on my channel as well as Michael's channel. But Dom is not here, as you can see. He's been traveling. He's got like the flu. We were supposed to record this morning, and graciously, Michael Good here, first name, last name, always, stepped up and was like, hey, I'll fill in. That would be great. But yeah, I was talking to Dom this morning. He'll be back next week, but he's like, barely can. He's like, hello.
Yeah.
I was like, what's up, buddy?
Oh, damn.
Well, and I'm so sick. I can't talk. Yeah.
Dude, and I just want everybody to know that's listening on your channel that everything that I say represents Dom's views on everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anything that comes out of my mouth, you just put that coming right out of Dom's mouth.
He'll be totally cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just if you're quoting, quote me, you can also put Dom's name at the end of the quote.
Absolutely.
It's interchangeable, basically.
Yeah, amen. You want us in?
Dude, I got addicted recently, like as in a week ago.
Wow.
Dude, for so long, I was like, dude, I'm like never addicted to nicotine. And then I started taking Adderall again. So then I started doing nicotine. Because it just gives you that extra. You're like, let me double.
These are 6s, not 3s.
Oh, I know. I've been throwing 2 6s in.
Stop. Dude.
On Adderall with caffeine pills.
You want one?
Maybe in a second.
Okay. Hey, I'm no fun forcer.
Yeah.
You know?
But I went from like not doing Zins to like picking them off the ground today to put them in my mouth. I was like, this is such a fast. Immediately I'm addicted to it.
So quickly, dude.
Yeah.
I will do. I'm not that bad. I'll do like 6 to 8 a day. If I'm working late or I'm out drinking, I'll do a lot more. I'll start putting them down, you know?
Yeah.
Like I went out Friday and Saturday. Friday I was out till 3 a.m. And then Saturday I went out and I was out
5 a.m.
I was out till 1:59, dude.
So 2:59 because the time switched.
And I walked home. I left the bar at like 1:50. I'm like, okay, I got to get home. This will be good. I'll be in by 10. 2. I look at my clock, my phone when I get home. It's like 3:05. I'm like, what the? Oh, time swap.
It's the
time
worst,
swap.
Dude. I remember it's a time swap, just like a
time swap.
Yeah. No, dude, I remember fucking when I was in high school. I would just my dad would give me a curfew. And I would just get so fucked up and pretend like something else happened. Like, dude, I remember one of my favorites. This will relate to the time change. Every story starts. I'm like, yeah, let me relate this. And I just talk about me getting pussy constantly. And they'll be like, wait, this will relate to what we're talking about.
Oh, he's the man over here getting ladies.
But it's like,
okay.
Somebody would be like, my grandfather was in World War II. Be like, yeah, one time I was getting pussy. But by the end of that story, it'll
tie in.
It'll tie
Good.
in. So yeah, I remember one time my dad like called me a cab. And I'm literally like, this girl just starts sucking my dick as I see the cab roll up. And I was just like, I'm not getting in that fucking cab. And I just watched it wait there. And I was like, fuck, yeah, no, that cab's going to be pissed. But just hear the cab honking. And then I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna pretend like my phone's dead.
He's calling my friend, where are you? Also, to be fair, your dad, if he had known the predicament you were in, he would have totally supported you.
Dude, you say that. My dad, I don't know what is my dad. He's never proud of me for getting pussy. It's absurd.
If you got in the cab, you'd be like, Dad, literally, this is what was happening. He'd go, why didn't you stay?
Yeah, no.
You should have just bailed.
Dude, I don't know why my father's not more proud. I don't think he's proud of me for anything, but like, I wish he was proud of me for getting pussy.
This is over in Florida?
Yeah, he should be very proud of me for getting pussy. I mean, this is mouth. But
yeah. Just mouth.
Yeah, that's why he's disappointed.
It's such a dirty.
No son of mine.
Hey, how'd you do last night?
Got some mouth.
Got some mouth. Also, that was a bad accent for a Florida Uber driver. It would actually be more like, all right, now get on in the back. We're going to take you down to your daddy's house.
Your daddy's house.
Did I tell you I was just in Fort Lauderdale a couple weeks ago? And I mean.
You're always doing something tropical.
Well, these were with my college buddies. Just chaotic
great
people
time
down there.
Oh, it's crazy. Wait, before I
Animals.
I want to
finish
explain
your
how this
story.
ties in.
Yeah, no.
There was one time where I did luck out showing up late because of the time change.
It's so funny.
And like everybody I feel like has benefited like one time from a time change.
You were an hour late, but the time change made you just on time. You're like, oh, whoops.
It was something like that. Or it was like, I was like, the clocks weren't turned back. It's fucking 4 a.m. But also, some people go the other way where they're like 5 hours late to work, and they're like, the time change. Their boss is like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, no, if the time change, you would have been here an hour early. Sleeping in your car.
It goes the other way. Yeah. Wait, so what was the? You said you were getting after it, Fort Lauderdale?
Oh yeah, dude. We, my college buddies and I, we do these trips like once or twice a year. Sometimes local. A bunch of them live in Saratoga. I'm here. Some of them are on Long Island. So it's sometimes like somewhere in the middle, or playing golf at one place or the other. But every now and then, we'll do like a flight. So we flew to Fort Lauderdale for, I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but the Pegasus, it's like a big horse race down there.
Oh, that's fun as hell.
Yeah, it was so fun. Lost. Actually, I won some money, but we lost a lot at the casino, at the track, all that.
How does that feel? Because I've never been a big gambler. Like, does it feel like, because when you go on vacation, you spend a fuck ton of money.
You expect to, and it's like an entertainment thing. We're like, oh, we're going to the casino, going to the track. It's like an all-day affair. So you kind of budget how much you're going to spend.
Right. So you're not going to like.
But we did get on Saturday at the track, they had some promotion. So it was free sun cruisers all day.
What are sun cruisers?
The iced teas.
Oh, that's great, dude. Yeah.
I had like 12.
Oh, yeah. I almost gambled. I was in New Orleans a couple weeks ago. I almost gambled just so I could drink for free. But they also changed.
That's great.
They also changed. I think it was a Harrah's before. Now it's a fucking. What's the big one?
Tropicana.
I think it's a Tropicana now. But
Trump.
Yeah. But you can't fucking smoke inside anymore. And I was so.
Hey, that is some BS. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's some BS. If you go to, I've been to a few casinos now, and they go, even if like you hit a vape, you can't smoke. It's terrible.
It's stupid. Well, that's also where you want the swinger wife. Is you want her to seduce the guards while you steal money from the vault.
Oh yeah,
like that's
the move.
That's the benefit. Yeah.
There was I'll tell you this: you can smoke in the Florida casino down there in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
I got a cigarette right as we were leaving. There was a lady, probably in her 50s, sitting there, pretty attractive, and I was like, she's smoking a cigarette. We're playing electronic roulette, so it's like a real wheel, but you put your bets in. Which I kind of like because it's low pressure. It's just you versus the machine. And she smoked, and I was like, "Hey, can I get a cigarette?" I'd never smoke cigarettes, dude, unless I'm in a casino or I'm like really drunk. I'll smoke a cigarette. So I go, "Hey, can I get a cigarette?" She's like, "Yeah." I go, "Do you also have a light?" And she's like, "All right." And she gives it to me, and then she hits, and she fucking loses. She goes, "Okay, you need to go away because you're bad luck." And I was like, "All right, thanks for the cigarette."
Yeah.
There's a picture of me literally like. My friend took it. I'm walking, cigarettes in my mouth, and I'm just like walking through the casino. It's an album picture, dude. If I ever become a rapper, that's my cover album.
That's the picture, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I got a couple when I was in New Orleans, and I tied them into my Mardi Gras necklace. Like, so I just had like little cigarettes I could smoke on there.
Did you go for Mardi Gras?
Technically, I don't understand what Mardi Gras is because I fucking went there and they're like,
it's like a week, right?
Yeah, but people are like, next weekend is the real Mardi Gras. I'm like, I was told this one's the real one.
Well, they say Fat Tuesday, right? Is the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday,
and I'm not missing that next year because my cousin lives there and I'm staying with him. I got to go to fucking that because like that's apparently I saw all the boobs I saw I earned. I had to put in. I didn't see any bead boobs.
Oh, yeah.
I showed my tits and got some beads.
Did you?
I would have shown some peen.
I would have shown some tits.
Yeah.
I mean, right out there,
Yeah.
But as I've told Dom and Ray recently, I'm getting on that. I'm getting on Ozempic. I'm getting on TRT. I'm going to be ripped up,
dude,
shredded
so
by
sick.
summer, dude.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this personality in
You're unbeatable.
A 5'10", 6-pack, just beefcake, dude? Come on.
It's going to be a problem, dude.
Oh, it would be.
You're going to be fucking people's wives. They're going to have to pull you out of the swingers party.
They're going to be like, dude, you brought a dog. What are you doing? I'm like, this is buddy. He's good, man. He'll cuddle up with you. He's nice.
I wonder if people ever catfish with wives at swinger parties where they're like, oh, this is totally my wife. And they bring like some super ugly bitch.
It's a funny bit, dude. You just bring like a hinge date. And you're like, hey, you want to like me? You're not into me. I'm into you, obviously. But like, you want to go to a swingers party as a first date?
I got invited to do
That's who you marry.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I got invited to a foursome recently.
Jeez.
And, I'm trying to figure it out because it's kind of like...
Four dudes?
Yeah, 4 dudes, and 3 guys and me. I got 2 in the mouth, and 5 in the ass. I'm bad at math, but apparently that adds up to 4.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fair.
But it is. I didn't realize how weird logistically it is, and then I also didn't realize how weird it is because couples are old people. So like they're
it's an older couple.
They're like 35. So there's a girl I hook up with, and I'm like, hey, you want to do something wild? Like you want to like?
Oh my god!
Because this guy wanted me to bang his wife with him, and I'm like, yeah, I'm always down for something fun like that. But I was like, oh, you know what? If there's an extra woman in there, then it's like a little more balanced. And then I don't know, she's cool. And like I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then next thing you know, you're like building a group chat, and then like,
god, dude,
the talking does get weird because it's like they're like, this is fucking Cheryl from last week, and it's like his wife sucking his cock, and you're like, this is so like it feels so weird the sexting in that.
You're sexting with her, but like he's on it too, so you're kind of sexting with him.
Yeah,
you're
and
like, here's my dick.
Yeah, and then I feel weird with the girl that I'm hooking up with because I'm like, hey, are you cool if I go for Carol? Like,
hey, can I get in there, Carol? Open up.
Yeah.
One or the other. Dude, the hot take I have about threesomes. It's unfortunately I've yet to experience one, but my hot take about threesomes: guy, 2 girls. That's obviously the one that guys want. Way more like hot, sexual. But a girl with 2 guys, that feels like going to a baseball game. Like way more fun. Like
100%, dude.
Me and my boys. You know?
I've done it twice, and it's literally like. It's like having sex with a woman, but you get to hang out with a dude afterwards, which is great.
It's a hot take. I don't know if people will like it, but I think it sounds way more fun. Like we have sex with your wife, and then me and Bob are going to play video games and drink some beers.
Yeah. It's immediate, like, because the best part about getting pussy is bragging to your friends afterwards. And you get to brag to your friends immediately, and you get to share that thing. Remember when we just got pussy?
Dude, that was great.
Ago?
That was so cool.
It makes sense that way. But it is. I don't know. It is a crazy thing. I don't know. I didn't mean to stare off into space.
You're thinking. I can tell, dude. You're deep in thought about this. It's building up. I don't
know whose podcast this is right now because Swab guys. It would actually change. It doesn't matter.
Hey, dude, I forgot that it's going on both platforms at this point. I totally forgot.
But the 2 women thing's hard to it's all hard to coordinate. I don't know.
Feels a little more intimidating too.
Oh, the thing I was
like, they got secrets. They were fucking talking about my dick after probably. Like,
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, it's weird, but the fucking thing I was talking about was like one of my gay friends. He was talking about Dom actually. Now he's not here, but he was talking about he's like going on a.
Hey man, I ain't gay. I like girls.
Yo, you call me gay? No, but we were in the green room at a comedy club, and he's talking about, he's like, yeah, no, I just met this guy, and we're gonna go on like a 2-week vacation together. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're like, what a fucking nightmare, dude. I would never go on like and then I was like, hang on. You gotta understand, he's also going on a trip with a guy. So it's like so it's a little different.
Yeah, that's true, dude. That's true. Like 2 dudes, even if you're gay, going on a trip, you at some point, dudes are probably like, hey dude, I just need to go hang out with someone else for a little bit. I gotta go be by myself. And a dude isn't gonna be like, does this mean you hate me?
Oh, totally.
Am I ugly today? Am I ugly this morning?
Dude, is it physically impossible to go on a trip with your girlfriend and not get in a fight with her? I don't think it's physically impossible. I don't know anybody who's ever...
It might be impossible.
Unless you guys already hate each other, it's the point where you don't even fight. Like, if you're at the point where you're like, no, we just don't love each other, so we just don't fight. It's like fucking... It's always some fucking bullshit. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, I would do them. Me and my ex would go on them, and they would be great. But then it would be like I got too fucked up, or I didn't clean up, or I, had sex with somebody's wife. It was always something.
I think the only the only fights you can get in. I'm trying to think. I'm not really like. Well, I also haven't been in a lot of like serious girlfriend relationships as an adult. Like when you're in college and like right after, it's like you're like fighting because like. Oh, I saw you flirting with a guy at the bar, and your like 21-year-old jealousy comes out,
Yeah.
But like now, dude, I was thinking about it. Like if I'm dating a girl, like I can't imagine ever fighting with her. Like, what are we gonna fight about?
Is this you pitching yourself?
I guess like,
to my audience.
No, I just have no like unless we're like living together and something she's doing is like really bothering me, and I'm like, hey, can you stop? Pissing in the sink, that weirds me out. I know we're from different homes or cultures, but like stop pissing in the sink.
Well, this is what happens though, is like over time, the little things
Build up.
Oh my God, dude. It's like, they'll drive you fucking crazy. It's like, also like I was just a terrible roommate. Like I was a bad boyfriend towards the end. And like, I would just leave my shit on the ground and then like argue with her about it as if it's like my right. Like I would just be like, oh, the dish is in the sink. It's like, okay, so like I
can't let them soak anymore.
Yeah.
If it was just me, I could soak them for a whole week.
Yeah. It's like I guess I'm not a man. I can't just do my own thing. I can't just
I pay rent here. I can live how I want.
Yeah. By the way, less than her. I pay less than her.
Oh my God.
I just would constantly. I'd forget to close the fridge.
Yeah, dude, you paying less than your girl. You got to be out there massaging her feet and being like,
Oh, hey, totally.
Hey, baby, anything you want. Let me stay here. I love it.
Yeah, I remember she had one request. She was like, no, if people are podcasting, can you put like a blanket down to have them sit on? And I wouldn't
on the couch.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, that's kind of an insane request. Although, I mean, some of the people that you probably have on the podcast, like we've had.
Well, I think I had like a black eye that week, so immediately I was like, I can't do this, and I can't have it for some people. It looks so insane. I'm like, yeah, can we just
the bot like people the fans start catching on. They're like, this is a blanket guest.
Yeah.
This guy must smell real bad.
Yeah.
That's so fucked. I'm thinking of some guests that we've had that I would put a blanket down for. Probably none. I mean, I sit on my couch naked sometimes. You're not going to get worse than that,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my smelliest guest, dude. I don't know. I don't think I've really smelled anybody on the podcast. I don't know.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I think at this point, and we'll go back to smelly guests because I feel like there's smelly comics all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Especially like whispering. Like people don't realize how much we are like close, like face to face. When you're like, hey, do you know if I'm going next on the lineup? And you're like, God, you fucking stink.
Dude, did you just eat coffee with shit in there? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Fighting with your grown-up girlfriend. I think the only thing that I would probably get into arguments about is being like, if I got too drunk. Like going out the night before and her being like, you were kind of out of control. And I'm like, don't tell me how in control. I was fine. I was fine. It was like, well, you were kind of like making a fool of yourself. And it was like, people loved it.
That was a constant. Yes. That would be a constant one for you.
I was making everyone laugh. What do you mean? What do you mean people were uncomfortable?
That was the story of my life, dude. It was like, oh, do you always have to be the center of attention? It's like, yes, because I'm fucking good at it. It's like, It was awesome. It's like, have you seen that Charlie Sheen interview where they're like, some woman said she almost died from smoking crack. He's like, oh, I don't see what that has to do with me. And he goes, I introduced people to magic. He's like, I showed them the best goddamn night of their life. And I'm an insane person. That's how I genuinely feel sometimes. Like I shot a bottle rocket out of my ass on New Year's. If I was still in a relationship, thank you. If I was still in a relationship, there'd be some argument about that.
A big fight.
Which would be reasonable. But I'm also like, I'm just not the kind of person who like, I don't know. I value my freedom now more than like anything.
Yeah.
I also I bought a gun.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a gun
in
right
Florida.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, I would have loved that.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
I want one. I don't have money for anything, but you know what? If you have a gun, then you kind of don't need money for anything because you can just
exactly, dude. Yeah. When things go to shit, like they say, you either need to be prepared. This is going to tie into two stories that we got.
Okay,
but
yeah.
You either need like a go bag preparedness or have a gun and you can get anything. You can get a car.
Which actually our sponsor this week is guns.
Yeah,
just get one.
Amen.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that like talking about being like the life of the party. I forgot what I was going to say. There's so many things that I wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know.
Yeah, it was just arguments about
Oh,
that.
yeah. Dude, you're with a girl and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I have to be the life of the party. When we hang out with your friends, what are we going to talk to John, the accountant?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's telling his accountant stories. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, there was a lot of that. It was
Yeah.
like, my friends are fucking awesome. First off, half of them are dead, which is because they were cool.
And you want to tell stories about them.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
why not?
Yeah. That's because they were rock and roll, living in the life people.
Yep.
Living a little too fast. But then, yeah, the other ones are comedians. So
Yeah,
they're fucking...
professional comedians, professional storytellers.
Yeah.
Sorry that, you know, I'm just having a fun
Half
time.
of them are professional. The other half not getting paid.
Maybe homeless. Who knows?
A lot of places still owe me money. I'm not complaining about
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm just happy for the stage time. You know?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, 25. I'll just never ask that back. I'll just, hey, you keep that 25. Just keep booking me.
My favorite's that place that I'm not going to mention that just stopped paying and just didn't tell anybody. And then if you ask about pay, you just get booted from the group chat. Yeah, he's never going to find this, but
Yeah, no, who cares?
that guy is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I only get booked there like twice a month, so yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
I don't even know.
Even though I'll never say it to his face.
one
I'm going to
is
say this and then fist pound him when I walk in the door. We have no integrity or no background. Because the really funny part, too, is like, I don't know, it is fucking entertainment, so it's like you got to like do a bunch of free shit. That's just kind of how it works. And people don't understand that. Like, I'll be talking to people that are like, you need to like demand your money. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, no, this is not like a job, which with HR, you're like, hey, I didn't get my paycheck.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh, you're complaining about $50? Like, good luck not
Yeah.
getting booked here.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And it's totally different if you're like on the road headline. Like if it's like if I'm out of town, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna ask for fucking money. But if I didn't travel there, then I'm like, all right, this was like a stub. Like I got free stage time. But they're like integrity is like everybody's like, yeah, well, you know, this guy might suck or whatever. But it doesn't matter because like what is it? They're like, you know, we're not in a position we have too much to lose.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
integrity is only when you have something to lose.
Exactly,
So if you're
exactly.
like, if you're like a big comic and like somebody is treating you like shit, you can easily be like, fuck you.
Dude, I mean, here, I'll give you.
I'll say this, Dave Chappelle has no balls. Because he had so much money when he walked away from the Chappelle show.
Well, I'll give you some integrity. There are a couple big comics now who, when they were on their way up, were not getting booked at the Cellar. And now that they are massive, they don't do the Cellar.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I mean, that's kind of
very
a cool integrity move.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just do the club that gave them spots when they were coming up.
That is pretty sick.
And they do like the Stand, your comedy club. So I'm like, hey, I like that.
Yeah.
You know?
And
I would be happy to perform any of those clubs.
Look,
but
if you're a comedy club booker, you can fuck me in my ass. You want to pee on my face?
Yeah.
It's fine. Do you want to you know what? Tell you what, have sex with my mom. I don't care. But when I will say this, I'm fine with not getting paid, but my problem is the place that was paying and then stopped paying, and then if you ask about it, you get in trouble. Like I'm totally fine with them being like, look, we're trying to make ends meet. It's like tough business. Totally get it. That's the whole thing. But there's one place that just stopped paying, and then yeah,
it's kind of, that's bullshit. You got to always pay something,
or at least tell people, be like, hey, look,
hey, we're not doing well.
yeah.
We're adjusting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, we had one. I mean, when I was running shows in Boston, we ran into this from the other side, the booker's side. You know, not that I think you always have to pay people something, you know, but we started this like new room, this old room closed, started this new room. And for like the first show, we were like, oh, there's so many more tickets available. We're selling $20 tickets. We can pay the comics more. We could pay them like $50, even $100, like for a fucking 12-minute set. Like that's a lot in Boston, you know, unheard of. And like the first show, we paid like 3 comics like $75 or something like that. And then we were like figuring out the money, you know, how to split it like 3 ways between us, plus pay the comics, you know. And like the third week or something, we kind of settled on like 35 a comic or 40 a comic or something like that. And one of the guys, like, we didn't tell people like, oh, this is what the rate is, which might have been our mistake, you know. But like this one comic was just like, oh, I thought it was 75. And I was like, oh no, we did that like for this first show, but like then we had to adjust. We've never told anybody what we were doing. So he just like heard from a comic that was like,
oh yeah.
Oh, they paid me 75. So dude, he harped on me, this dude. He harped on me and the other dude I was running it with, for like weeks. Like it was like 2 weeks. He was like, oh, I mean, it's kind of not fair. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. I was like, one, I never told you, like you never asked about it, what the pay was.
Yeah.
I never told you. I never brought it up. well, you know, maybe my fault too, but like he was just so annoying about it that I was like, you know what, dude, fuck it. Here you go. Here's the $25. And then like we never booked him again.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
it was just like, it was one of those things I was like, here, dude, if like, there you go. But like, I also, it's, you know, there is fucking so many other comics that are not going to be annoying as shit.
Yeah. And it just is what it is. It's like, as I said, like I have nothing wrong with free guest spots. Like that's a thing. Like it's totally, I will perform for free. I have no problem with it. But yeah, my issue is that one place, the dude just like would just randomly stopped and
that's
like
crazy.
And in the avails, it looks like you get paid. Like it's like
it's
like a
bait
fucking
and switch.
Yeah, and it's like this is insane. Because for hosting too, it's like free hosting on weekends.
I mean, that
it's just
come on.
Yeah, but I'll do it. I'll host for free.
Come on, man. Yeah, I know, but like, especially some of these other clubs, like New York Comedy Club pays really, really well, and I'd love to get in there. But you know, like they pay their hosts what, like $150 on the weekends. That's fucking unbelievable. Doing it right. They're doing it right. Hopefully they see this and they'll be like, wow.
They're like, wow. They Google.
God damn. Hell yeah.
Booker's like looking up fucking just their
positive New York Comedy Club comments.
All right. Yep.
Minute 27.
Yeah.
On the Troublemakers podcast.
Dude, I fucking, dude, I got so nervous the first year. I bombed so hard there for like a year straight.
Really?
I get so, because it's like the second you get something, you value it so much. I almost was such a fucking idiot. I was like, oh, now that I'm in here, I guess everything's going to be...
everything's going to be great.
Yeah, this will just fix everything in my life. And then you're like, oh, everything's like a little step, you know what I mean, that like puts you in the right direction. But yeah, that's why it was really funny because that night we were out with you, you can do this thing where you can like show the booker new material.
Oh, yeah.
And you were so nice. We were out that one night for Amy's birthday.
Yes, yeah.
And we were getting fucked up. And you were just off. You gave me so many free drinks.
Oh, dude, no, you know.
It was awesome. It made me a great night. But I cut it off early because I was like, no, I want to do well for the booker tomorrow. And then I fucking ate shit.
Dude, I'm sorry. He was there that night, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it wasn't because of like the drinking. So I was like, I bombed either way. I might as well have gotten blackout drunk the night before.
Yeah, dude, no problem. I'm, you know. If you catch me in like a good monetary period, I'm very generous with.
Oh, I'll know that. I'll milk that.
I'll fucking with the if I'm like, I'm gonna get a Makers and a beer for you, Michael. Okay, I'm gonna close that out. Then you'll be like, oh, he's got like $17 in his bank account.
Yeah. No, dude, I had like, I think it was $1 the other day, and then I got back pay for a bunch of shows all at once. It was fucking great.
So good.
Yeah. It was I'm like so fucking up and down financially. But we'll figure it out. I don't know. Everybody asks me how I'm doing. I'm like, on paper, fucking horrendous. But like mentally, I feel great.
That's good. That's the most important thing, you know?
Yeah.
That carries you through. Speaking of that night, we talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago, but that night we were out. That was a fun night, dude.
My favorite part of that night was this.
Okay.
So there was this girl
who
I was talking to who I kept complaining about how she was so boring. And I was like, this girl's just so fucking boring and like, ugh. And then turns out she just was really not interested in me. Because then she went and immediately made out with some dude in like 2 seconds. It was so funny. I was like, she's like rolling her eyes at me. I'm like, wow, look at this fucking boring woman. Next thing you know, she's like getting fisted. I'm like, oh, I guess she's fun. I guess she just doesn't like me.
Dude, you took that for the team. I was chatting it up with her friend, and you were like, I'll talk to the boring one. And I was like, she hates Michael Good.
Dude, it was crazy. It was like, just eye roll, and I was like, okay. I was like, look, at this point, I think I said at this point, I'm not trying to hook up with you. I'm trying to keep a conversation going because my buddies over there talking. And then she's just like, and
I think she was just really fucked up because she went over and made out with that guy and then came back and goes, ugh, his mouth tasted like cocaine. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, so he's got fucking money in his pocket. How about you go over there and fucking suck his penis?
How do you know? How do you know what cocaine tastes like on the mouth?
Yeah.
So that you got to do it so many times to be like, that's Coke. Like, come on, dude. Jesus.
You ever rip some of that?
No.
Oh, I used to fucking love it.
I never have. Yeah, and I feel like I'm too old now to be like, I'm gonna try it. 36.
Good for you. I will say, I think it's the most overrated.
Let's give it a test run.
I think it's the most overrated drug there is. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I did sign up for, though? It was really funny. I tried to sign up for, because I've done ketamine and I like it and it's fun.
Yeah.
But there was like a trial, it was like $3,000 for like an anxiety ketamine research. And I was like, all right, well, I've already done the research. I know I fucking respond great to it. So yeah, go ahead and shoot me up with ketamine.
Oh, and they pay you?
$3,000.
Oh my God.
And I was on the phone with a woman, and then she's like, "Do you have anxiety?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "Do you have ADHD?" I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "Oof, you're unqualified now." Then I was like, "Fuck,
You got to call back.
yeah."
You got to call back.
That was a different guy.
Anxiety?
I'm
Yes.
actually Michael's
ADHD? No.
I'm actually Michael's therapist. He's super focused. But then she's like, "Maybe there's some other studies you're interested in." And I'm like, "Okay, send me them over." And all of them are like, I was like, "Okay, maybe these are like drugs that I like, would feel comfortable taking for research or whatever." And they're like literally like one of them's called like HM4 7000, and I'm like, nope, I'm not putting whatever the
that's
fuck.
fucking
Yeah, I was like, whatever this is, I'm not trying it out on my brain.
God.
Yeah. But people do that, bro. People will just do like wild. Now it is placebo, so like they could.
You hope you're in the placebo category.
and they'll just get some weird experimental psychotic drug. I'm like, I'm not doing that,
Yeah,
bro.
you $3,000 to take sugar pills for a month. Perfect.
No, dude, I'm selling fucking nudes before that, bro.
That's great, dude. But also back to that night, that girl. I think
Yeah.
I told you this a little on the phone, but we went on a few dates. And it did not end well.
Yeah, you told me about
if
that,
I
yeah.
can tell you. Yeah, dude. She's a cool girl, fun.
Does she follow you?
Yes.
She follows me. She's gonna see this.
She was asking me about the podcast on our last date.
That's
but
so funny.
We went on a couple dates. She very liberal. But
Yeah,
like,
wait. Let's get into this.
Okay.
So, Troublemakers is a Trump podcast, and Morning Good is a Kamala Harris. No, I'm just kidding. I don't vote, and by the way, you'll never convince me to.
hit the button on the bottom right.
Which
On
one?
The button, bottom right.
He is a sick puppy.
But yeah, dude, I'm like more of a moderate, I've voted for people in both parties. I lean pretty socially liberal.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff that's been going on recently, I'm a little more on the Republican side. With
The way you said that sounded Republican too.
yeah, hey, I don't,
a little bit on the Republican side.
I don't know, just common sense, freedom of speech, all that kind of stuff. Social media companies silencing people for expressing their opinions. I'm not into that.
I'm all for fucking free speech. Now, it is funny that we did free speech, and it turns out everybody is just racist. It is funny that we're like, what's free speech? Nobody believes in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yo, that's like becoming a trending
Bro,
thing
I
now.
got two friends that are now Holocaust revisionists, and I gotta like send them articles that I'm
like, what is going
hey,
on
just,
here?
Because I'm in like, I never want to be like, I don't know. My thing is this. It's like, I don't want to be that guy that's just like, you guys are fucking because I'm like, that's not gonna convince them. They're gonna think I'm now part of the cabal. They're gonna think that I'm
also, at the end of the day, what is the big thing that people are like arguing, like the numbers were exaggerated?
The argument is Jews were being Jewy about it. The argument's literally that they were just like,
it was much of us.
Oh, so many. But it's like I also like I read into this because I was like, it was really funny. One of my friends, and I'd also heard
It's
people
definitely getting demonetized on YouTube.
yeah, we can do whatever. We'll keep in the morning good for sure. But this guy, he's like, yeah, how do you fucking incinerate like what is it?
7 million.
7 million. We'll go
million?
with the higher. 7 million bodies. And then immediately my brain, I'll be totally honest, I was like, you know what? That does sound tough. But then the reason it's because like only like 2 million Jews died in the death camps.
Okay.
But then other Jews died during like massacres and like in Russia there was this massacre, and also it doesn't include the work camps. So there was like all kinds of Jewish concentration camps that aren't counted as death camps because the purpose wasn't that, but they just worked them to death and like obviously killed a lot of Jews.
Also, my take is like 7 million or 1 million. That's still a lot either
Totally.
way.
Yeah, it's a crazy argument. Yeah.
That's still bad. But whatever it is, but it's just becoming a thing now, dude. I'm seeing like people like
Are
me.
you Jewish?
No.
Okay.
Polish.
Okay,
Catholic,
yeah, I thought you were Jewish, yeah.
A little Italian.
Okay. Well, then why did I just stand up for the Jews so hard?
Hey, I appreciate
I really
that,
took
dude.
a stand.
You really
It's like,
thought I
you're not
was.
even
You were like,
I'm just getting red from the face. And I'm like, and if you fucking deny the Holocaust, I'm going to come to your house and beat the fuck out of you.
yeah, dude, I'm seeing it like on fucking reels, like on YouTube. People are like just talking about conspiracy theories with the Holocaust. I'm like, when did this become just like a talking point?
Totally,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, and I am like, I think it's like growing pains. Like, we're going to get through it. It's just like at first, people are so fucking retarded. But to be fair, I didn't have a clear answer at first, so it took me a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, I think it's one of those things that it's like, yeah, fucking, we'll get over it. And as I said, I'm very pro free speech. I don't like Elon because I think he's a fucking little gay bitch. The way he talks is so annoying to me, dude. Every time.
Yeah, a lot of people hate him. I kind of like the fucking going through with a samurai sword, just cutting funding out, being like, yeah, fuck it, let's get rid of that.
I don't know enough about that. I don't know about any of that, but I know my roommate got like a bunch of medical appointments set up because he thinks he's gonna cut Medicare.
Oh my god, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, right now, let's see, things Doge has cut. He's also like an advisor. Like, it's not like him doing it. That's what people are like, we have this guy who wasn't elected cutting things. He's like, no, he's just like going through the books.
Right.
And shit.
Yeah.
But they've, there were the ones that are weird is like a lot of this money that we're sending to like other nations.
Wait, can I pause you for 1 second?
Yeah, go.
It's very funny that I was like, Troublemakers is a pro-Trump podcast,
And now we're getting
and
into
you go, no, it's not, and then you go, I voted for different types of people, and then you can just say you voted for Trump.
Oh no, I did. I think the people who
there we
listen to
go.
this know I did.
Yeah.
You know, I like freedom, baby. Which will
You keep blanketing it though. It's very funny. So as I said, I mean, I have friends that are Holocaust revisionists, so I'm not going to judge you for voting for Trump.
Yeah.
But it is funny the way you keep blanketing it, though. You're like, nah, I just voted for him. I just believe in common sense. I just believe in America. You're just it's basically like saying things that are impossible to argue with.
Yeah. No, sorry, dude. I'm just
like not retarded, so I just voted for the right guy.
I'm not really an idiot. So, no. And that's the problem with politics now, and we don't talk a lot politics on the old Troublemakers podcast. But dude, just being able to have a conversation with someone without them getting like emotionally fired up.
Yeah,
and you can't even do that now because if you say that, like, "Hey, can we just have a conversation?"
You
on
can't
facts?
even say
and
the
they're
Holocaust
like,
is
"Well,
fake."
you
Stop saying that.
They're like, "You don't even know." As a straight white man, of course, you don't have to get emotional about it. It's like, okay, well, I mean, I guess we can't.
That's where you should start talking about the
this.
eyes and be like, "I used to be a black woman." Actually.
I identify.
You don't know anything about my
I identify
past.
as a black woman.
Yeah, I used to be trans, but then I trans back to a dude.
But yeah, that became a bit of an issue with that girl. We went on a few dates, and then the first time we met, dude, she kept bringing up politics, man.
Yeah.
Like the first day at the bar we met, and she was like, "Well, at least even if you didn't vote for Trump, we can hang out." And I was like, "I didn't vote." And then I figured I would never see her again, dude. And then we were making out at the bar, and then we go on a date. And like she's talking about politics again. I'm like, oh fuck, and I hate like talk. I also hate talking about it.
Yeah.
But when people bring it up, I kind of start to get like into it.
Yeah.
And she's like, you seem like very opinionated and like educated on this. Why didn't you vote? And I was like,
that's sort of like I didn't vote it, and then just be like Article 235 of the new amendments.
Like fuck. I was like, well, I did. And she's like, you voted for Kamala? I was like, no. No, dude. No, sorry. And she was like, oh boy, but she was like fine with it. Then we went on a couple more dates, and then this past weekend, dude, we went on a date, and she like brought up I forget. Oh yeah, she brought up like DEI, getting rid of like the federal government getting rid of DEI programs, and I was like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think no matter what you look like, where you're from, like, I don't know if I'm getting like. If someone's building roads and bridges and like rockets and, weapons and doctors, lawyers, people who are like saving lives, Secret Service, like I think maybe we go with the most qualified people. Like I'd rather not have someone cutting me open.
Look, that
checks
Dylan,
a couple boxes.
Dylan, that's the Troublemakers viewpoint. The morning give viewpoint is I don't go to a doctor unless they're trans. I refuse to see any doctor that's not trans. So,
dude, I don't want a doctor unless he's Asian.
Yeah,
like, sorry, dude.
No, I totally I don't know enough. Like I'm not just trying to save myself because I always say I don't know enough, and it is a good cop out because I could just be like, yeah. But I just don't know enough about what it's actually doing to understand like what because like it from generally like I totally get why it's like fucked up to be like. You should have this job because you're a certain race. Like, that's not reasonable.
Well, it's like Harvard. Harvard did, I said this to her. She did not like it. I was well, like Harvard, for example, stopped accepting Asians because there were too many. And they were like, we have to get more. Like, I don't know. I think that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, no.
Either way, like, and she was like, well, that's Asian people. And I was like, it's very funny when you get like, a liberal emotional, they just go full racist on you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's like, maybe the the best people should be getting the best positions.
Yeah.
Not saying that people shouldn't be helped. Like, people should be getting help or whatever when they need it, but like, I don't know, the best people probably should get the best positions. And dude, she literally said to me, she goes, basically, she was like, oh, well, like, you want to work at Target? And then she basically said, she was like, black people can't get jobs unless the government helps them. And I was like, do you hear how racist that is?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
And she was like, I just care about people. I'm like, well, clearly
Yeah.
you don't.
Well, there's definitely a liberal racism of like what is it like? Yeah, like, so first off, the Democratic Party, I've never said that sentence.
Oh, dude, I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach right now.
I've just never been this political, but it's like,
Democratic Party.
yeah, geez, what am I fucking benching? The Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party.
That was more Tony Hinchcliffe. But no, I think like they definitely use like black people as pawns, and they're like, oh, if you vote for, you know what I mean, like, if you don't vote for us, you're racist, stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, there's definitely like there's a way of like thinking somebody needs assistance to a degree where it becomes racist, for sure.
Sure. It's like the voter ID laws. Have you ever seen those videos where like someone will interview like white people in like Wall Street like area, FIDI, and they're like, well, what do you think about voter ID laws? And they're like, well, you know, black people aren't good with computers, and they're not good at getting IDs.
I'm pretty sure Joe Gorman said that as a joke on my podcast. As a racist joke, I think he said that. Yeah.
And then they go up to like Harlem and they talk to a bunch of black people, and they're like, do you have IDs? And they're like, yeah. Do you have a computer? Yeah. Do you know how to use it? Yeah. What are these questions? And it's like, oh, okay, good.
No, that
wild. Dude.
Yeah, that for sure exists. Also, like, I think it's just so funny too, because like, this is the way I voted. I voted for Hillary Clinton, and you know, to be fair, I have been pegged before, so maybe the conservatives are right about it.
I don't know, dude. They got to you.
Yeah, but I voted for Hillary Clinton. I voted for like I've only voted for female presidents. I voted like libertarian.
Joe Stein.
No,
Jill Stein.
Joe Georgeson was like the. By the way, it's so funny that this year nobody even knew the libertarian person.
Dude, I lean
Oliver,
more libertarian, I think, than Republican or Democrat.
Yeah, I think I lean more Democrat. I'm the same way with like fucking censorship, free speech, and stuff like that. I don't know. I think
all I want is the government to protect us and leave us the hell alone.
No, I get that, but then I also am like a leech on society where like I use Medicare, so I'm kind of like,
yeah, but that's kind of like, you know, when we're paying all these taxes, like using taxes as like a better way of like, instead of sending them to like, you know, South America for like cultural exposure programs, like $20 million. It's like, hey man, why don't we rebuild this bridge that's falling apart?
Well, one thing that I know Trump was talking about, getting rid of the transgender mice. I'm like, bro, could you fucking imagine having sex with a mouse, then you find out it's trans? Imagine how embarrassing that would be, dude. You gotta tell all your friends.
Sucks, dude.
Dude, you know when I fucked that mouse last week?
Dude.
Used to have a penis.
Identifies as a lady. That's
But it is really funny that I voted for Hillary Clinton and I banged a trans chick and I've been pegged. But
that's good. Great for you, dude.
Yeah, but what was I saying? Well, there was something I was bringing around to this. Then I didn't vote in the last election, but the conversation comes up all the time on dating apps where they're like, who did you vote for? And one time I did say, they're like, did you vote for Donald Trump? And I said no, which is fair.
Yeah, this is true. It's accurate.
It is true. I did vote for it. Or I should go, no, I voted for Hillary Clinton. They're like, what about this year? But it is hilarious because I've always said this, like, it's funny when women on their dating apps, like, I get being like generally like, okay, you know, I'm liberal. So you're like, okay, maybe less conservative guys might swipe right on you. Like, just keeping it vague.
Yeah.
But the women that are like, if you voted for Donald Trump, I will not have sex with you. You literally have given a roadmap directly to your pussy. And it's like, if you think Trump supporters are like pieces of shit, why do you think they wouldn't lie to fuck you? Why do you think they're not going to be like balls deep?
I would just immediately unmatch that.
I
would just be like,
and just go Trump's Gaza and play that song. How does it go? It's like, Trump's Gaza's number one. Trump's Gaza.
Ultimate troll, dude. He goes, I want to take over Gaza. I'll turn it into a beautiful destination. And then he got the UAE to be like, you know what? We're going to actually put billions of dollars into redevelopment. That is a masterclass on negotiation. Basically, he's like, I'm going to do it unless someone else steps up. And they were like,
yeah.
well, we don't want that, dude. We don't want that. We'll do it. We'll do it.
I will
Okay.
say this. I was totally comfortable not voting until I saw that video, and there was a little piece of me that was like, I wish I voted for Kamala, because that was a little. It was hilarious.
Which one?
The Trump Scots Award. It was fucking crazy. I was like, this is nuts.
Oh,
but
so funny.
Yeah. No, and I'm also like, the thing that I don't know. I am like, I'm very anti-funding wars in other countries.
Yeah, me too.
But the Republicans do that with Israel, it seems like. So I'm like, there's no.
Yes, there is definitely a lot of proxy wars going on there.
Totally.
But I think that's coming to an end also.
Okay.
I think from both sides, maybe. Who
Look,
knows?
we'll see.
Who knows?
I'm just looking at my bank account trying to get pussy. That's all I care.
That's all I care
Yeah.
about too. Yeah, dude. And I'm fucking biting my tongue on this date. Like, oh yeah, well, you got some good points. But meanwhile, I'm like, this girl's a fucking
Do you think she made any good points?
idiot. No, dude. She told me, she goes, I could just never have a daughter with someone and tell her father voted for Trump. I was like, like 40 million women voted for Trump? And she's like, well, they're fucking idiots. And I was like, okay, well, that's a real big old generalization.
Yeah, it's never that simple. It's also like so crazy to think that like every if anybody thinks that if anybody agrees with every single thing their political party does, I think that makes you retarded. Because it's like, do you think all of these views just fell in line in one way? Or it's like, you don't think maybe that there's like ulterior motives for like half of what you're like, you can agree with like, I totally get being like, look, these are the things that I value. So this is why I voted Republican. These are the things I value. This is why I voted Democrat. But to be like, yeah, this all adds up together. It's like, no, it does not. It's like this guy has some fucking law with this guy, and this guy has some rule with this guy, and yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the date ended pretty quickly with this racist liberal, and I ended up.
Who, by the way, she follows, but she's gonna listen to this. She's gonna listen to this.
No, she's a very nice lady. I mean, at the end, she gave me a little hug and was like, "Best of luck with your comedy career. I just, I don't think it's gonna work. You're very nice and cool and fun."
Well, this is your comedy career. It's not gonna work.
That would be the ultimate. I would be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I've just been like calm the entire time. And then she's like, well, you're going to fail as a comedian. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Furious. And then it was kind of best case scenario because I took an Uber back to Astoria and I met up with Gully and a bunch of his friends who were in town.
A bunch of more conservatives.
And we sang karaoke. It was great. At the Rice K, the Japanese sushi bar in Astoria.
Oh, nice.
It was so fun, dude. It's a great time.
By the way, I think too many Japanese guys running those Japanese rice bars. I think we need to DEI that.
Yeah, DEI.
Throw some black people in there. They'd probably fry it. It would be good.
So funny.
Actually, fried rice is Japanese, right? Is that?
Fried rice? I think it's Chinese more than, but who knows? I love karaoke though. It's the best.
Oh, it's so much fun, dude. It's one of my
Do
favorite
you have a go-to
things.
song?
I did. One of my Bring the House Down songs was I sung Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it was fucking awesome.
Shit, crazy bitch. What the girl can't help it.
Yeah, that's one of the words in the song.
This is crazy bitch. That's all I know.
Dude, my best fucking 24 hours was like, I remember like one of my buddies, we would like, it was like crazy. We did like, I think I did karaoke. Then I met with a bunch of different friends, went to a strip club. Then the next morning I took edibles and went to the zoo. And I was like, this is just
Jesus
too much. I was like,
Christ.
God should not allow this much fucking fun.
God, Michael.
Yeah, I was like, this is just too much fucking good times. I don't know. Which, by the way, I've realized is impossible. Anytime you fucking try to have too much fun, even if you're not breaking the law, God won't allow it. Like the next week's gonna be the worst week of your life. No matter when you have a fun fucking weekend. Like I went to New Orleans, had a fucking blast weekend, and then like the next week my phone broke. But I had a crazy situation with this. So got the phone from AT&T. 2 months later, it just broke. Completely no reason
That
at all.
sucks.
Took it to AT&T. They're like, it's going to be $300. I had $1 in my bank account. So I fucking called my parents and like, I was like, can I please, I'll fucking pay you back. Can I please borrow $300 just so I can get a new phone?
Yeah.
Because there was a warranty, but I still had to pay for the new fucking phone. So I paid for the new phone. Then
How are you calling them without a phone?
calling them from the AT&T like I'm fucking literally like I'm
Mom.
yeah Mom, I got sick, I got tummy ache, can you pick me up from school? That's literally what was going on, and I'm fucking almost 30. But
inside the Times Square AT&T, basically,
yeah, there's
like,
just a Dominican looking at me like he a fucking little bitch.
he's so broke.
Yeah, broke ass white boy.
Oh, he's so broke. You want one?
You know what, how much time we got left?
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Under an hour.
We're at 50 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Let me fucking get a. Wait, I do like to spit even when I got one of these.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you dirty boy. So you get the new phone.
Yeah, so I got the new phone. So I got two phones, one for the plugs, one for the low. Is that it?
Okay.
What, you know that song?
Yeah.
You moved on real quick. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, no,
I voted for Trump. I don't know this black people shit you're talking about.
Dude, and I'm just a big Shabuzi fan. I love my rap.
But
that's horrible, dude. I can't believe you just did that,
dude.
Fucking spitting in a can for our fans.
I don't like the. No, I'm spitting the can for my fans because half of these are gay foot guys. They're gonna hate this episode because they can't even see our feed. This one's getting the lowest morning good views.
So funny, dude.
But oh yeah, no. So then I go back to Apple. And I get really pissed because they signed me up for an appointment and then randomly they're like, oh, you don't have an appointment. They're like, it canceled your appointment like a second after book. So I was just sitting here for an hour. And then this like fat dude with a beard and a bunch of like cool skull. You know what? I think they are cool to have skull rings. It's lame in society. But look, this is medieval times.
I hate it.
It is lame, but it's also cool. Anyways, he fucking does what he calls a defibrillator on my phone, my old phone.
Yeah.
Brings it back to life, goes, there's no problems, a software glitch. So I got a new phone for $300. Now I can flip that phone, pay my parents back.
Wow.
I still have like $500. So I just made $500.
That's great.
Yeah.
What a win.
Oh, and I was just like, there's a God. Like
That's
the other day, I
huge.
was like, I need money so bad. I just got $500 out of the fucking blue.
You know what it is, Michael? Everything always works out.
Exactly.
When you have a positive attitude, everything works out.
When you vote for the right guy.
Yeah.
Which is what this country did.
Dude, before we end, can I bring up this topic? I've been thinking so much about it for like 3 weeks, dude.
Okay,
Have you heard about the MD Foodie Boys?
No, I'm already excited though.
They're on Instagram, MD Foodie Boys. I'm going to play you one of their clips.
Oh, are these the kids that are podcasting?
Dude.
Let's hear this.
Personally, I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Yeah,
I also have nothing.
either.
you have nothing. But
I
don't you have a
don't.
girlfriend?
I don't have any
You have
plans.
a girlfriend.
I don't have any.
So are you just gonna happy Valentine's Day?
I guess.
Keep going, go on with your day, and not seeing your girlfriend.
I guess so.
You're telling me if I ask your girlfriend, she says you are not gonna be at her house today.
Ask her.
That's awesome.
I'll ask her after the.
So these kids are like, if you're not watching and you're listening only, these kids are like 10, 11, 12-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And they have done like 3 podcast episodes.
And they're blowing up.
Do you want to
right?
know how many followers they have on Instagram right now?
How many they got?
149,000.
Holy shit, guys. That means there's 149,000 pedophiles in the United States.
Dude,
of America.
I see their reels and I'm like, they're getting like millions of views and I'm like, this makes me want to kill myself. Dude, I've been doing this episode is going to be 177 episodes
dude.
of Troublemakers podcast. I'm going to kill myself if I have to watch another group of 12-year-old boys make
Just become
millions of
millionaires,
dollars.
dude. Yeah, it's so funny too because like I'll start lying to people now about my podcast. I'm like, no, I've actually only been doing it for a couple weeks. We're in the fucking 300s or something like that. I'm like, yeah, we just started.
I do an episode a day, so it's it's kind of tough.
Yeah, well, it is like,
Dude, I can't.
I have mixed feelings on it because part of me is like, obviously it's annoying that like
I'm
you could
not a
do
big fan of
nothing
pictures.
and become like a
No.
millionaire now.
Yeah.
But it's also such a great way for like God to laugh in my face
Oh,
because I've tried so hard at like so much of this shit. And it's kind of funny to be like,
Keep going,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
yeah, because
Dude, this is them talking about ketchup.
One of my favorite condiments.
Yeah, I don't think
What's your favorite condiment?
I
I don't really.
don't really have one.
Probably just ketchup. It's I feel like I use it for most things. I feel like barbecue sauce or honey mustard.
They look like.
Not,
dude, you know what's gonna be funny when
You know how fucking hard I work at this?
they will become radicalized. There's going to be an Antifa one, and one of them's going to split the other way.
Bro, yeah,
There's going to
yeah.
be a school shooting at their high school, not caused by me.
Good Lord, dude.
You know what's going to happen? There's going to be a podcaster who's failing right now, not me or you, but they're going to go to high school and they're going to shoot one of these kids, which
Oh
they
my
shouldn't.
God.
And then they're going to go both ways. One of them's going to be super gun control. One of them's going to be super anti-gun control. The show's going to split up.
Dude, they have 2 episodes out on YouTube. The first one from 3 months ago has 27,000 views. And then from a month ago, 21,000. They just pump out these shorts, dude.
Yeah.
Getting like thousands and thousands of views.
I'd be really uncomfortable. Like I saw that Tim Dillon had them on my podcast. I don't know how to
Oh, yeah, dude.
I don't know how to talk to people under 18 because I feel like a pedophile immediately.
Yeah,
I'm like, how do I talk about my life? It feels weird.
You should never be talking to someone under 18.
Yeah.
Unless they're like a family's friend's kid. And you're
But
like, hey, how
it
you doing?
I have it happen at comedy shows where like people bring in their kids and shit, which I fucking hate.
Yeah.
Because they think it's going to be like a big theater for some reason. They think
No,
it's
this
like
is fun. It's like, no, you're one of 7 people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is a Monday night. This is not. That's always when the kids are brought out. And then like I'm like, I don't know what becomes crowd work and what becomes grooming. I'm like, I don't know what fucking any of this is. I don't know how to fucking. So I just avoid kids altogether.
That's a good. Hey, listen, good rule of thumb, Michael. Good rule
just
of
avoid
thumb.
kids.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah. If you're worried about looking creepy, just completely. My brother's about to have a baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
congrats.
not even gonna look at it. Not even gonna. No,
Dude,
thank you.
it is. It's the best, man. I have two
Being an
nieces,
uncle?
and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is the best being an uncle. Also,
yeah.
because you get all like the joy of like being able to like be around like these kids that like you love.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, whenever they get like crazy and you get like I'm exhausted, you're like, okay, back to mom and dad.
Yeah. Oh, it's crying
See
now.
you later.
Yeah, it's crying now. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Okay. It's he just shit. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
No, that's exciting. I am a big fan of like putting kids on the shoulders and running
Oh,
around.
yeah,
It's
dude.
such a good time. Like I always do the high five. They do a high five and you go, whoa.
Whoa, careful, dude. That was pretty close to a Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Dude, a little Elon Musk over here. What's going on?
Yeah, that. Yeah, no. That's. I don't know. I drew a blank on there. This podcast,
Putting kids on their
you hear-
shoulders.
it cuts me. Somebody does a compilation of me quoting a friend on the Holocaust and then me doing that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm also like very much like with all that shit. It's like, dude, I'm not like, you're not gonna change somebody's mind by like one of my friends, dude. She's so cool, but like she posts all this stuff. She'd always post political liberal stuff.
Yeah.
And then she posted like, if you voted for Trump, unfollow me. And I'm like, well, then who is this shit for? Who the fuck are you? You're just doing a circle jerk now. It's
Yeah,
like
you're
there's
just
no
throwing it into the ether of your bubble.
where me, I hang out with racists, sex offenders, all of them because I'm
Trans, gay, racism.
converting them. Not the trans. You can stay trans, but I'm converting the racists.
You're like, I hang out with everybody, and you know what? I'm trying to bring them back to normal.
I love
to
that
me.
idea, like a conservative commentator that fucks trans chicks. He's like, no, you don't understand. I'm bringing them back to the other way. It's all part of my process of de.
Dude, can I tell you? I just saw in Astoria. I don't think.
How am I just getting a buzz? I'm randomly the zin's kicking in now.
Yeah. It takes like a couple minutes, 5
Yeah.
minutes. You're gonna be fucking spinning.
Oh yeah.
Have you done one today?
Yeah, I did one off the ground.
Oh, dude,
I had to make
What?
deals happen, dude.
what the hell are you doing?
I told you up here doing
You
great.
did one
On-
off the ground?
Well, no, in my room.
Oh God,
Yeah, you're like, that's even
still
grosser
bad,
than the actual
dude.
outside.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Jesus Christ, you're like a pigeon out here.
Well, this is my math. I have no money. If I get a little nicotine buzz, I'll have a little more stimulation. I'll be able to make deals. So I justify.
make deals, dude. Make deals.
I'm like Donald Trump, dude.
I got a couple.
The art of the
I
deal.
got a couple packs that I don't like because they're a little bit different.
Oh, I'll take him.
I'll give them to you after the pod.
You're such a charitable guy.
Hey,
See,
listen.
listeners, all you lefties out there. This is what a Trump supporter is. He's giving me zins. He's giving me beers. He cares about charity.
I am
He's giving it to the
I am
poorest guy
a
he knows.
moderate free thinker who likes to have conversations with people. You know,
Yeah, but the uncle thing. I'm excited about that.
it's gonna be great. They having a boy, girl?
Both. Yeah. They're having a
Twins?
lady boy. They're having
yeah.
a Thailand lady boy.
Oh yeah, nice, dude.
Yeah, they're-
nice.
Yeah, but no, they're having a boy, and
Cool.
It was weird. I had a hunch about it. Me and my mom were on the phone. We're like, it's a dude, right? We're like, it's a dude. I know it's gonna be a dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have a feeling like that, and then yeah. So I'm excited about that, and I'm also excited about. I think like I gotta fly back down because I'm going to a bachelor party. Then I'm going to see Metallica.
Nice.
I'm so pumped, and
That's
I found
gonna
out
be sick.
Limp Bizkit's opening for Metallica.
Oh, that's
and I
sick.
love Limp Bizkit, so I'm very excited for that whole.
That's gonna be awesome, dude.
Whole trip.
In Florida, real trash.
Yes,
Real
dude, in
trash
Tampa,
vibes.
bro. Where else would you want to see
yeah,
Limp Bizkit, dude?
Real trash vibes in Tampa. That's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be fun.
Speaking of Nazi salutes, the interesting one was, do you know? Well,
Dude, I'm just gonna cut this episode up of like Holocaust salute. Speaking of Nazi salutes,
well, like I've been listening to a lot of Pantera, who like they did like the lead singer did like a Nazi salute.
Really?
They used to open for Metallica. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but then
Was it like they're Nazi, like they're like neo Nazis, or was it like a counterculture, like this is taboo kind of thing?
yeah, they were neo, I guess.
That's no,
They're
neo is
Matrix
like,
Nazis.
yeah, they were the Matrix Nazis.
yeah.
Still not good.
No. What is really funny too that like I never understood that whole like I don't know. That's somebody I'd love to interview a little bit because it is really weird the whole like the Nazi who's like super like they're like Germany just had it right, but also America's the best country. They're like, what? Fuck, this is very confusing, but I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Kanye post it, which is hilarious because I think we did last time I did a podcast here. We were talking about how like Kanye went on stage with like a Klan outfit, like it looked like a Klan outfit. And we're like, dude, that's even a black guy can make anything look cool. And then the other day he just posted a Klan outfit. It was like new fit for the day.
Dude, he's wild.
He's wild.
He's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's still one of the best like musical artists of. I mean, what the top 10 in like the last 100 years?
Yeah.
I mean,
totally,
his music is incredible.
I bet Mozart had some bad ideas. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, dude, back in the 1500s.
Yeah,
I don't even know when he was alive. He might have been alive in like the 1920s.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I don't even know.
Crazy. He was deaf. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
dude, I'm sure he had a lot of opinions on women's rights.
Oh yeah. Well, I bet you too.
That would be frowned upon today.
God doesn't make you a musician and then make you go deaf if you didn't fuck up. So Mozart had to have done some dark
So
shit
funny.
for God to be who I believe in now just because of the Apple Store.
Dude, you know what Kanye needed to be like, he needed to die at like 27.
Yeah.
Put out a couple banger albums and then like be part of that 27 club where he's just remembered for being a genius. Oh, damn. Like
Yeah.
it makes you think like, what if Jimi Hendrix didn't die at 27?
Oh yeah. Also,
What if he had some real crazy opinions?
well, people forget this dude. Jimi Hendrix. I did a project on him. He threw a glass bottle at a woman's face. Like he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But also like.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah, dude, like literally, you can look it up. He threw a glass bottle at some chick's face. And then it's one of those things, too, where like every fucking hippie, and I love Hendrix, he's fucking sick, not because of the bottle thing, but you see like every fucking like
Yeah.
hippie liberal girl will have a like a Hendrix shirt or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
not a good guy. But yeah, I bet you Mozart did some dark shit. How much time do you go? Can you look up
Mozart
controversial Mozart?
moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want to tell you something that I saw on Astoria.
Sorry, I'm just thinking it would be really funny if there was like a musical award and then Mozart went on stage drunk and was like, this award should have actually gone to Giovanni Laskowitz or like some random name.
Okay, here we go. Controversial. Was a controversial figure at the time. He was known for his sharp wit and irreverent sense of humor. He often clashed with his employers and was eventually fired as a court musician in Vienna.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, he had a reputation as being a womanizer who had numerous affairs.
Yeah, that doesn't fit. What does that word even mean, womanizer? I don't understand that phrase. I feel like it's used just to describe a guy who gets like lots of pussy.
And maybe had Asperger's. That's what it said.
Oh, for sure. You
Did
don't get that
Mozart have
confused.
Asperger's?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, okay. Who do you think put this one out? Slate.com. Can Mozart survive #MeToo?
Yeah. Definitely not.
What's scatology? Scatology.
It's like the art of taking dumps on people.
Shit humor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like illegal back then. Like weird laws, like no poop jokes and
17 bizarre facts.
I love this picture of him. This is a thing. Okay, back in the day, they didn't know how to do babies' faces.
Yeah.
Or there's some other reason. They would put pictures of kids, they put grown ass adults' faces on them.
So funny.
And we went to Washington's house one time, and it was like literally like all the kids had Washington's face on them. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, he proposed to a woman, then told her to lick his butt, and then married his sister. Oh, married her sister.
Now, this is a question. Was he like, could you like please like or was he like, fuck you, bitch?
Kiss
lick
my ass.
Yeah.
Like in a bad way.
Yeah.
He was kicked out of a palace for refusing to act like a servant. I mean, that's good.
That's cool. He's better than us fucking hosting for free.
Yeah, that's true. He might have had severe Tourette's that they're not sure about.
Oh, yeah.
Cried from loneliness as a child. I mean, that's sad.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, this sounds like a regular guy.
Yeah,
It
well,
sounds
I guess
sounds like everyone you run into at an open mic in New York City. Honestly,
What was the Astoria thing you want to talk about real quick?
dude, I don't know if I could do a bit about this, but there was this guy, like picture me or like picture Ray, okay, walking down the street, but except instead of that, he's in high heels and a dress and glasses, and that's the dude that I like walked past, and I was just like, in my mind, I was like, dude, that's way gayer than being gay.
Wearing a dress?
Like, no, like, and it's also kind of lazy. It's like a lazy. I'm like, oh, there's no fooling here. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think there's like so I will say this. I have a different stance on this.
Sure. Give it to me. I mean, as someone who's been with.
Yeah. Well, I think like, so I didn't really get the non-binary thing, but then I was like, oh, then like bearded ladies are kind of in between.
Yeah.
So there's a fashion style that's like, the thing that
Is that a fashion style now?
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, but I'm like, you got to have the lipstick and the beard because that's like its own thing.
Yeah, he was just like a mountain man with a dress on.
Yeah.
Like, or we're really pretty dress too. I was like, that's a
that
really
dress is
pretty
beautiful.
dress.
Yeah, yeah.
What a beautiful dress.
Well, I'm like, yeah. There is a weird thing where it's like there is like the kind of what is it like? Yeah, there's like, I mean, there's like cut your penis off, tuck it in,
Sure,
get giant fake tits, really trick me. That is definitely
that's what I want. I want to be tricked, dude.
That's definitely a thing. But then there's definitely like the sort of, well, there's this one conservative guy who just recently like transitioned and he pretended he was trans and he just wore a dress and kind of did that.
Oh, that's so
kind of
funny.
thing. Now I will say this, I am done with the dress is brave thing because I don't think that's true. Because like fucking, I always say this, like Motley Crue, their whole thing was like, we're gonna dress up like chicks, and bang more chicks than any other rock star. So that's not like a new thing. So like when Harry Styles, I got a real problem with like Harry Styles being like, I'm
pulling
like,
the dress out. I'm brave.
yeah, it's like that's not fucking brave,
No.
dude. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be comfortable, dude. You get a lot of breeze up there.
Yeah. But also like kilts are kind of like a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is weird too when it's like kind of like I'm very much for like do whatever you want. Like sometimes I see cool.
Oh yeah, dude. Do whatever you want. But I also thought I'm like, you know, some dude coming up and like, I'm a pretty lady. You gotta call me a pretty lady. And I'm like, oh hey, how are you? Yeah, okay, pretty lady. You could beat the shit out of me.
Yeah. Well, this was it would be really funny if some guy fucked her and was like, "Did you know? Did you know? I know."
Oh my god, you got to see my girlfriend. She's smoking hot and it's just like me. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, because at that point I'm like,
Stephanie.
now I get that person saying they're non-binary because I'm like, all right, well, you're a dude that likes wearing dresses, so now you're like in between because you like stylistically you want to be a woman, but I don't see that as a woman because like I do think transgenderism is a thing, especially because I fucked one, so I'm like very biased. But I'm like I don't like women don't typically have beards, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like I do get you saying like I'm in the middle where I'm not a man or a woman, but I don't get you saying you're a woman and having a beard because I'm like you're doing like man stuff.
It's you know what? I don't care what people do, but I'm gonna look at people like the same way if I see someone in the middle of summer in like full on goth makeup, and I'm gonna be like, I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah.
What the what are we doing?
Well, the funny thing too is sometimes people are doing something at somebody. Like I saw like a trans woman recently, and she was like dancing and like singing. It was kind of like it looked like it was protesting something,
Like being performative.
Yeah, and it was like it was just very like I was like, you're in New York. Like this is where nobody has any like nobody.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares.
Everyone's like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be late for the
right.
train.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, do that in the South, and I'm like, all right,
Go to Long Island and do it.
yeah. Then I'm like, hey, you got some balls in your dress.
Yeah, literally.
But I don't know if I should talk. How much time we got left?
We got time.
All right, this one's kind of wild. I could get in trouble for this. But I was out with this chick, and her friend was trans, and there's this super hood black dude like hooking up with her friend, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I wouldn't expect this guy to be on board with this, but okay. And then later on, his other friend comes up, and he's like, yo, you gotta fucking tell him that you're a man. And then I'm trying to be like, you know,
whoa.
I'm trying to break up a situation. I'm like, who cares what anybody is? I banged a trans chick. Who cares? It's all fun. You know, who gives a fuck? And then the guy.
You're a very free thinking guy, though, Michael.
Yeah. But then like the other guy comes up and it's so funny because like this woman has like stubble, and the dude is just like, that was so fucked up that he was saying that about you, right? Like he was like trying to get confirmation. No. And he's like, wasn't that so fucked up of him to be saying that? Like just trying to get like, and he's like, it was wet down there. I think, and I was like, bro, dude, like, because like I came from like a very fratty background, so like obviously like you know when I like am open about shit, it's obviously like you know I get some pushback or whatever.
Sure,
but I'm like, dude, you're gonna get fucking, dude, you're no longer a drug dealer. You're no longer a drug dealer. Sorry,
you just lost the respect of your neighborhood.
Totally, but also like from her perspective, I'm like, yo, that's wild. Like,
yeah,
but that's got to be such a fucking rush when you're like, dude, this guy could kill me.
Oh my god, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, and then the dude. Sorry, I know this is disgusting, but
Yeah, it's horrible.
Not the trans woman. I'm spitting
Yes,
into a
yeah,
cup.
I know. For those who are watching, Michael keeps spitting his Zin in the Coke cup, and it's horrific, actually.
Yeah, well, it's like when you're like you hook up with an ex or you do something where you're like, oh, this is like there's a hotness to taboo.
Yeah,
that's
and then
got to be
immediately after. You're like, I shouldn't have done that,
dude. Bang as like banging a scary drug dealer as a trans woman, or banging like a full like closet like a redneck. That's got to be like. It's got to be so scary.
You're praying that someone doesn't walk in and they just like turn.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, what the hell? And they
and then the dude was like fucking. He was like, yeah, dude, like he was like trying to get info to like the apartment because he had me call his phone because he lost his phone. He's like, yeah, where are you guys going after this? And I was just like, I didn't want to tell the chick, but I'm like, you can't. You gotta fucking like. You don't have to tell people. It's polite though.
Yeah,
like, you should tell people. Like it's the same thing about like. Look, I'm not going to pretend like I never lied to get laid as a guy. So it's kind of hypocritical. Like, you have to tell the truth. But, like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you should tell people.
Yeah, dude.
And
Yeah.
for your own safety.
I mean,
like,
that's
and I'm saying they shouldn't do that. Like, I mean,
that's informed consent. It's about anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
to be honest, dude, like lying to get laid isn't the best thing to do.
No, yeah. So
I've put on my best self.
Yeah.
People pretend to be like a much more extroverted version of themselves or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, I don't think I've ever been like straight up like,
if I'd say
I got a bank account that's got 10 zeros in it.
Totally. Like, if I'm saying you used to be, if I'm saying I'm not looking for a relationship to women, you should say I used to have a penis. Like, those are like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I lose out on so much. Like getting laid by being like, no, I'm not looking for a relationship. Like that happened today, dude.
I just want to, see where it goes.
Yeah, no, I was sending voice memos to this girl on Hinge today, and I was just like, which was really weird. I'm like in my room, I'm like,
so lame, dude.
yeah, well, because she started.
hello.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, by the way, like I'm not really looking for a relationship, I'm looking for a connection, but not something serious. And then she just
Unmatched,
me.
yeah. Oh, hilarious, dude.
But I'm like, yeah, it's just what it is. So like, you should tell people you have a penis. But hey, you want to take those risks? I mean, I'm sure that feels fucking wild when you're just like, dude, this dude.
Yeah, dude, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, we're at an hour 12. You want to wrap?
Yeah. So yeah, morning good pot. Well, you're already listening to it. So
Yeah. But you could give them yours, and I'll give them mine.
Yeah. Listen to fucking Troublemakers. They got great episodes. You're hilarious. Dom's fucking hilarious. The guests are incredible.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, you've been on a couple times, bro. At this point. But yeah, Troublemakers episodes are out every single Wednesday. Follow me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And Troublemakers, we post clips, 5 clips a week now. We're doing.
Okay.
I got someone cutting clips for us. That's why.
Fuck
so
yeah.
and
run
then,
some of them by. Actually, I don't really give a shit, but yeah, never mind.
I'll if you don't want things made into clips, I'll tell the editor.
Yeah, I think this last story.
Hey, don't do the trans story.
Yeah, you could do what other trans stories I've said before, but that last one, I was like, I don't know.
Might be a little much.
I'm more scared of the dude finding out and then realizing we were laughing about him on a podcast. I'm way more.
Hey, he's gonna kill both of us.
Yeah, I'm more scared of the drug dealer than anything else.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
When does your episodes come out?
Sunday.
Sundays. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be able to hear this today on Wednesday or
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, this is so cool that we're. Oh, yeah, perfect.
It's great.
People get an episode
Double
early.
duty.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, we'll see you next week, baby. Good night.
You.